let's talk about another feature of ES 2020. And this one is called global this. And the global this is a global variable that we now get. And because I have the latest version of Chrome, I can see that it works. And this points to the window object. So global this, does it equal window? Yep, global this is pretty much the window object that we get as part of our browser environment. Remember, the window object is what gives us things like set interval, set timeout, or any of the features that the browsers allow us to do. So why did we need a global this that is pretty much what we already had with the window object? Well, the neat thing is that this global this works outside the browser as well. Let me show you. Now, if we had Node on our computer and we run the command window to access the window object, we'll get an error. Window is not defined because window is part of the browser. But inside of Node, Node doesn't really work as a browser. It doesn't really know what window is. Instead, Node uses global, right? The Node version of window is the global object. Now with ES20, they wanted to unify different platforms outside of the browser so that there's a global variable that each one of them can access. So this, the global this, now exists in Node. Now, if you look over here, it's the exact same thing as the global object that Node has. So it's still not really the window object. However, the global this object now exists as both part of the window and Node, so that you can have unified variables across different platforms, different systems. So although global this has different properties inside of a browser than it does inside of Node, we're able to have a unified code base if, let's say, we want to run our app both in Node as well as on the browser. Now keep in mind that if I exit out of here, the reason I'm able to use the global this inside of Node is that I have the latest version of Node, or at least a version that's higher than this. So you might not have global this work in Node unless you have a later version, more modern version that has implemented this new feature. All right, let's take a break. I'll see you in the next one.